Here we go. Welcome to another episode of the Back of the Class podcast. My name is Will. As always, New Money Art with the Black Bear. And seeing it's Father's Day this week. You guys will be seeing us on Father's Day. We had to get on Father of the Year.
Number one father.
He also goes by the Doctor.
The vote was unanimous.
Dr. Hopoate. John Hopoate.
All right, boys, thank you for having me on.
Welcome.
Podcast.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
How's life?
Yeah, good. Just trying to stay out of trouble. Not trying not to get suspended. I got to front the judiciary again this week for a local footy in Manly, so hopefully I don't get suspended again. I just come off a 5-year suspension, so we don't need any more suspensions.
Well, when was that one?
This last one?
Yeah.
Well, it happened a couple of weeks ago, and just abusing they reckon I was abusing the grounds manager.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I think is totally false. I think he's just trying to make a big name for himself that he came and spoke to me when there was hundreds of other families around, but he come straight to me. They're no worse than me, so why did you come to me for? So anyway, we'll see what happens on Thursday.
How's the kids?
Everyone's good. Just all I do now is follow my kids around, grandkids. So just hopefully, I don't think Manly will make this semis this week. They got to win by like 100 points, I think, to get in there. So
Yeah, I seen the thing. It was like massive.
yeah, there's no chance. So.
Yeah.
How
aware are you of like social media and when you're going viral on TikTok?
Well, I'm aware because I see my kids show me. As long as my wife's not aware, some of the stuff that I post, I post it because I'm hard because she's got no social media.
Always hard, when they can't see it,
When they can't see it. But when the kids dob on you, that's a bit different. And when they're filming you, it's even worse because the whole world's watching.
Did she see your birthday post the other week?
Yeah, she saw. No, but this was an old video and I was just reposting it. But when she did see it, I was trying to act hard at the same time. I was crapping myself.
Yeah. Do you find yourself having a look around when you start talking or doing something funny at home?
Yeah, well, I do it because I know she's not on it. I just hope one of her friends or my kids don't show it. They're more hard in front of the cameras and that. I was like, "Father, this guy is serious." But I'm doing it because she's not on social media.
Docs, you know what it is? It's the hashtags, Because remember, you're nothing without me. Nobody will know you if it wasn't for me.
Well, what was it you said? Your goal for this year is to take your cooking from triple L
to double L. Well, it's true because her cooking needs L. I can say it now because she won't look at this podcast.
She must be doing some cooking, right? If you got a few boys in NRL now.
No, tell the truth. My wife's cooking is Elo. Elo is too good for her cooking. I do all the cooking at home. She does all the cleaning. But yeah, my kids won't eat her cooking, and I'm being serious. And hopefully she doesn't see it, but her cooking is it's so Elo.
Gee, that's like my cooking. I'm throw everything in a pot and just boil it all together,
Yeah.
Hit it with some salt, Docs, it's done.
Who's the most recent one to debut? Lehigh?
Lehigh's the last one.
Yeah.
I still got 2 after him, so hopefully.
One's done his knee,
Done his knee,
Yeah, so he's older than Lehigh. He done his patella tendon, so he's out for a year, 9 months to a year.
Because that's a pretty big one.
There's a massive one, so hopefully.
Which one is that?
He's John Jr., so he's after Jamil.
Oh, yeah. Where's he at? Where's he playing at?
He's playing at William Manly.
He played in the what's it called? Like for the Broncos in the
trial, yeah.
The trial,
Yeah.
I know it.
So how many kids now have debuted? 5?
5. So 4 boys and my daughter.
Wow.
So hopefully a couple more to go.
What's the secret?
Yo.
Smacks, I think. Don't waste my time.
Don't be Eloy.
Don't be Eloy.
I don't want them scoring 4 or 5 tries, but don't waste my time. Like, if I'm coming there, at least just get involved. Don't just stand there and do nothing because it freaking drives me crazy. And if you get a whistle after the game, like they know that means you're in your car and you're getting smacked. Don't worry about your team huddle. You're getting your own personal huddle.
Personal cutaway.
My son Albert, we went to Darwin. He made New South Wales under 12s anyway. He was freaking useless. And they called him the game. They lost the game. The coach called him in the middle and went, shh. I called him in the back. The car was parked behind the stadium. I bashed him in the car. His hair all marked on his head. And I went, this guy just say it happened in the game. And he's walking back out there. He's crying. And then the coach asked him, what happened? He goes, my dad just gave me some stern words. You waste all this money coming to Townsville to watch that crap.
Was that the one recently?
Nah, just years ago.
What was the one that you the disabled couple? What was that?
Oh no, that was my granddaughter.
Oh,
no, that was sorry, that was my number 6 boy.
Yeah,
He made the CIS, New South Wales CIS team, and they got knocked out. Didn't make the semi. And I said, I'm not hanging around to watch a disabled couple. I'm out of here. So I flew up on a Sunday. They played Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday was the semi-finals, and they didn't make it. I said,
ladies.
So I left him there. My brother, who was up there with his son, who played for Catholics.
Yeah,
and he had to fly back by himself. So I waste my time watching disabled couple.
Do you train all your kids?
Well, I train with them when we have to. Like we do a lot of boxing and just runs and that when we have to. But a lot of times I train myself. But because they've got their own trainings and stuff. But we all usually train together in the off season. When footy's finished, that's when we sort of train together because they're always doing their own sort of training.
Because they're all pretty much in professional systems right now.
Yeah. So they're doing their own stuff. It's only in the off season when they're all together that we all go train together.
How hard was that coming up? Like, with all the kids all going different ways, trying to get them to trainings, were you making other ones play up
to
be in the same team so it's like easier for logistics wise?
No, I just made all the balangis pick them up. Because if your kid's okay, the balangis will do anything. They pay for you. They come and grab your kid. They take him away for the week and they pay for everything. So I was lucky that way. Like, my kids were okay coming up as kids. And all the Balangi parents would always take them. I didn't have to take them. So I was able to go. Sometimes I'll go to the games, but if I couldn't, because I had all the other kids, I'll just go to whichever games I could get to.
Takes a village. Takes a village.
It does.
The village of Manly.
That's true. If these people weren't involved in my life, it would have been very hard because all my kids were making all these rep teams and it was hard to just go and if they're playing at the same time. I had people. I was lucky enough there was parents that would take my kids.
Have you ever looked at one of them and been like, oh yeah, he's making NRL, or is it just all of them?
Oh no, Will, he was useless when he was a kid.
True.
He was freaking useless. The ants couldn't tackle him. It wasn't until he got to 13, 14 when he started showing a bit of showing something. He was always a good defender. He was always always a good defender, but his running he was useless. But then he got to 13, 14, he had a growth spurt and just came out of nowhere. And then he made out of all my kids. I didn't think he was going to make nothing.
Oh, he's the eldest, eh?
He's the eldest, yeah.
Yeah, he ended up being a freak.
And then my youngest one's George. He's useless.
Was that the one in the video?
Yeah, the last
Get
one.
back, George!
Yeah. Look, he scores 3-4 tries every game, but he's useless, eh? You need to bash him because he just doesn't care for footy. He just does not care. Like, he's been playing since he's under sixes, but just little stuff like if someone's running with the ball next to you, back him up. He'll just stand there until you scream and he goes, oh.
How old is he?
He's 13. He just doesn't have a clue. And if we're all watching footy in the lounge room, he'll be on his iPad in the bedroom. He just doesn't care for it. Like, he made New South Wales under 12s, but Useless, man.
No chance of being a Will 2.0? Just a
Well,
late bloomer?
he could be. Like as I said, he scores 3-4 tries every game. Just give him the boy a run. He's fast and strong, but just dumb.
Is it weird because you see all these other kids that are like fully like, you know, they have like clinics everywhere now, and like, you know what I mean, is it like you see all these kids like, oh man, they're pushing so hard, and then your son just chilling in the corner, but then he score all these tries, and you're like, fuck man.
Yeah, there's clinics everywhere, and you know, it's good for the kids. And we get hit up all the time that we should start our own clinic.
Yeah.
Because you know, we got the runs on the board. Like I've played first grade. I've got 5 of my kids that played first grade. That we got runs on the board, and these people who are doing a great job, but none of them played first grade. They're telling you how to prepare and how to become a first grader.
Yeah.
You never played. So how do you know? And but I don't know. I've got too many kids in that to worry about. Like I get asked all the time if I want to coach here, I want to coach there, but I rather spend my energy on my own kids so they can make it than worrying about other kids.
Yeah.
You understand?
What was your old man like, or your parents?
They were sort of laid back. My old man was laid back. It was more my mum that was used to smack me every week, and follow. And she followed me everywhere. You know, I didn't start playing until I was 8 or 9 years old, and then I showed something because I was pretty good at it. And if Manly never moved, because we moved to Campbelltown, we lived in Manly, and we moved to Campbelltown when I was 14. And if they'd ever moved me back when I was 16, 17, I would have been locked up. 100% I would have been locked up. I wouldn't have had a footy career. I know Bob Fulton, he's passed away now. If he never came to one of my court cases, my barrister told me I was definitely going in for minimum 6, maximum 9.
Wow.
And he came. I don't know what he did or what he said to the judge, but I got off. All I remember was the person that was involved in this incident crying on the pulpit saying, that's him. He's the one that did it. And yeah, I got to, give grace. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had a career. I would have been locked up 100%.
True. Yeah. It's like one of those things, when you can look back on your life and think you can pick out those moments where, like, it just totally changed the course of your life.
Yeah. If it wasn't for him that day, I would have been locked up. And because I was hanging around, it's so right when they say it's the peers that you hang with, the people you hang with, because it's just the people I was hanging with. And when they got me out of there, and I was just started hanging around with all my footy mates, because all they're worried about is training, worrying, playing footy, and then you stop worrying about that dumb stuff that I was doing as a kid, like stealing cars, this stupid stuff.
What do you like as a parent? Like we see the funny stuff, but like when your kids, are you like strict on them, like to not hang out with, idiots, and are you doing your like the most to make sure they're not? Or
and I try and surround themselves with good people. My son Jamil, he got locked up because he was hanging around the wrong crowd, and his problem was he couldn't say no. He thought I was being a dog by saying no to his friends if to go do stupid stuff. And it wasn't until his last visit to the jail where he sort of went, my dad's been right the whole time. Because I told him, where's all your friends? When you go to jail, when you go to court, who pays for everything? Do they come and help you? Who pays for your money when you're in jail so you can eat? Do they do it? No, I do it. And then it wasn't until his last stint where he woke up to himself, he goes, oh yeah, my dad's been right the whole time. And as a parent, you want nothing better. You want your kids to be better than what you were and not follow down the same footpath that you did as a kid.
What was that like for your guys' family at that time?
It was hard. The first time he went in, it was hard because he went in. He was with 2 of his mates. They assaulted this guy. He didn't do anything, but because he was part of the 3. Even though he was just standing there, he got locked up. I forget the charge he got charged with. I think it was a fray. He got charged with a fray, and because he was just there and he was part of the crew, and he got the other 2 who I love to death. They were my nephews. One got 8 months, one got 9 months. Who were both out on parole. And this is my son's first offence. He got 12 months. How's that work? How do you're both out on parole? One gets 8 months, one gets 9 months, and your son's first ever offence, he gets 12 months, and he didn't do anything.
That's crazy.
And
what was their like explanation for that?
They didn't. He said because he was afraid. And all I know, the judge at the time that gave the sentence, she was going for the top job for the judges. So she had to make a
Statement of the example. Yeah.
Make an example, and it's because the name, the Hopoate name was sort of big. And he got, as I said, everyone couldn't believe that he got 12 months first offence. So,
Crazy.
Wow.
Mm.
And then the second time, the same was.
Yeah, it was for drugs. He got caught, but now he's learnt. And sometimes they have to go down his path to wake up to themselves.
Yeah, because you hear like him when he talks about how like when he was inside, then like all you got is your family.
Yeah,
And all the ones the ones who say they're gonna be there.
They're never there. I mean, that's what I told him. I said, everyone's got your back when you're outside. I'm your man. With boys. But once you get locked up, where's all your boys? Where's all the boys that said they got your back? They're going to come and pay for your legal fees. They're going to come give you money every week. They're never there.
Is he allowed to play footy?
Yeah, they finally give him the all clear this year. He was playing for Ningen Tigers. That's out in the bush. Just fly in, fly out. Contract where he was getting paid $2,000 a game just to go and play. And so hopefully next year we're going to try and get him back into the system and try and see if he can get back into first grade.
Yeah, mad. Because he was a good player, man.
Yeah, hey.
So,
He was the man.
It's good to hear, like, Well, it's true. Sometimes people just have to go through it
They have
themselves.
to go through, yeah. Like you can talk as much as you want, and everyone's telling them you should do this, but sometimes they have to go through it for them to wake up to themselves and go, fuck, maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
Any regrets about your career?
Nah. I wish I finished in my own terms, but everything that I've done, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
The 12 weeks with a finger. I was raising awareness of prostate.
Check your prostate.
That's the biggest killer for me. That's what I was doing. I was trying to save lives, and these guys gave me 12 weeks for saving people's lives.
All right.
How many games did you finish up with? 200 something?
214. 214 is
Wow, so you're easily over 250.
I would have played 300 over because so I think the NRL gave me 44 games all up
Throughout your career?
throughout my career, but then Manly gave me 20 in-house
Oh,
suspensions.
true.
Yeah, so that's over 60. That's 3 years
Of footy.
of footy that I missed out on from suspensions.
What happened? Can we keep going?
Oi, was it, so what, 44?
I think it's 44 from the NRL,
Yeah.
and Manly gave me like 20 in-house suspensions. So I said that's over 60 games.
But he finished up 214.
214.
So he would have been a 300 in a row.
So I would have retired, I reckon, when Manly won 40-0 with Steve Menzies
Oh, yeah, against Storm?
against Storm.
Yeah.
That would have been my last year.
Bro, you know what's funny? That's about 2.5 years of footy.
Yeah, that's what he was just saying. There's nearly 3 years of footy. that he
When I was
missed out
playing,
on.
we were playing 22. It was 22 games.
Oh,
a year.
yeah.
It was 22 games, so that's 3 years of footy that I missed out on. 3 suspensions.
Bro,
Is there any rules now, like when you watch today's game, is there any rules that you wish you had back then? Or vice versa?
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I don't like that. The game these days, they're great athletes, but they've turned them into fags. You can't do anything. You can't do anything these days.
You know what's funny is I was scrolling TikTok, and when he told us you were going to come on, my algorithm must have just picked up your name because your tackle on
Keith Galloway.
Galloway.
he gets sent off. He gets sent off, and he goes, "For what? Just a little bit of context."
the set before, Terry Hill shot over the line and tried to hit him and come back holding his shoulder. And I said, next set, cover me, I'll shoot him. And I shot at the line. It was my last tackle in the NRL.
Well worth it, eh, dogs?
Well, and he just had the one time he shoots out, he just happens to pass it. Because he tipped it on, eh, Galloway?
Tipped it on there.
Tipped it on. Oh, man, caught the tip of his elbow. Eh?
But so I mean, if you're Elo, you don't get to get suspended that many times and keep coming back, eh? So it must have worked.
Yeah, they're not real. The amount of money that I lost through suspensions.
Yeah, what happens with that? Do you actually lose money?
Yeah, well, they can suspend you. When you get suspended, you can get fined too at the same time.
Yeah.
One of my suspensions, that was from Manly. I got suspended from Manly for 8 games. Cost me 11 games. Manly suspended me for, and cost me $50,000.
Oh, right. That would have been heaps back then,
Yeah,
too, eh?
yeah. And a lot of my suspensions, I got fined with their suspension as well on top. So it's a lot of money. And when you got bloody kids, you want all the money you can.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids. Here's some copper mar for the next month.
Do you like you're pretty out there on social media with you know how you are with your kids. Do you like argue much on social media with the people that disagree with your parenting style?
Some people say something. I can't shut my mouth when people try and say
That's
something.
it'd be hard, right?
Yeah,
If you're
it's really hard. People telling me how I should raise my kids.
but your 5 kids have debuted.
They're telling me how I should raise them to become NRL stars. No, I can't help myself, but I just start hammering everyone.
Just going back at them.
Yeah, and then I start getting a little bit abusive and let's meet up. And talk hard behind the desk. It's been a couple of times I'll give them the address to the gym. I'll go to the boxing gym. Say, come here, because you put the gloves on, then it's consensual. Cops can't get involved.
Yeah.
You've come here with the gloves, so if I bash you, then I can't get charged for assault. So I've invited so many people to come to the gym to have a fight, but no one comes.
Because that's like kind of what like happened with that the guy from Tigers, right? He was talking mega shit behind when you met up with him.
No, that was the CEO for the New South Wales Rugby League. So
Oh, okay.
I was trying to play rugby league last year with my son Will.
Yeah.
We had a team, it was only 3rd division. And we put in an application to play because my suspension finished. No, they kept on saying no, and they wouldn't give us a reason. So then I ran into him at the Tigers function, and I grabbed him. I said, "Why are you saying no?" And he goes, "Oh, it's not me. It's not me. I don't give a crap if it's you. You're the boss. Why you say no?" Oh, I got nothing to do with it. So I grabbed him and just pulled him in. And then everyone came in, and then I let him go. But if I didn't do that, because then 3 days later, I got an email out of nowhere saying, your application is being approved.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and that's but it was too late to start playing. The semi-finals started that week, so it was too late to play anyway. But they gave me an application. If I didn't do that,
You wouldn't
I wouldn't have got
But
that.
then the media
just
makes
been-
it out to be like you're just out here fucking starting shit.
Nah, why didn't you do anything? And that CEO, that freaking piece of shit, Shane Richardson, I love to slap him, and I hope I do run into him because I will slap him. That fat bastard.
Shane, this is for you, buddy.
I hope you're watching, you fat bastard. And he's telling me I'm barred from it. Please, like, who cares? But yeah, he was there. He was standing right there. When you see me grab the CEO,
Yeah.
did nothing. Well, thank you, Hoppa, for coming to the function. It's great for you to come. Next day, he's bagging me in the papers. See, you fat bastard. Why didn't you do that when I was standing right there?
Yo,
Everyone's tough. Everyone's tough when you're right, behind the cameras and
To the reporters, eh?
yeah. But he was standing right there, and he shook my hand when the CEO walked away. He shook my hand. Thank you, Hop. Thank you for coming. It's great having you. Next day, you're barred for life. Like you give a crap anyway, but yeah. Shane, hope you're watching, so I can slap you when I see you next time.
Wait, what did you
just
get?
come
you
down
can't
to the
run
gym.
either, Shane.
Did you get barred from like the West Tigers stuff or?
Yeah, they barred me from the West Tigers functions for life.
What? Who were you there for?
I was there. It was a anniversary for the guys that played for the Tigers.
Like old
I
boys.
didn't want to go in the first place But they invited me for years to come. I don't even go to Manly functions. Like when they have stuff for the Manly X-Plays, I don't even go to them. And I only went, I can't remember, I only went for something because someone begged me to come, and I went, okay, I'll come. And then this happened, and they barred me. Like I give a crap anyway, but I just didn't like the way that Shane Richardson handled it when you were standing right there.
A couple of our boys ended up playing in that team. The one that you were trying to play for.
Oh, is that
Did you coach
the
that
blue
team?
team?
Yeah. Kind of couple of
Benny Ellis and
Benny and Casey.
yeah.
So they
Case.
come here. They come to Elgin.
Okay.
Yeah, those are our
Yeah.
close boys. So they ended up playing.
Oh, yeah, we came to the final, I think.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
Jerry played.
Jerry played
Yeah.
for Norths straight after. Our brother played for
Okay.
Norths, and then we.
It was final home game at North Sydney.
Okay.
So they had like this in our jersey presentation, like he was debuting or some shit. That was dope. It was good to watch you guys grand final.
Yeah, there was a few ex-players, and I wanted to play, but
Yeah, your guys' side was stacked, eh?
yeah, it was just all. But we didn't train.
Yeah.
It was just a turn up on Saturday and play, and that's what the guys wanted to do. They just wanted to play, but have time to be able to go and coach their teams. And
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. And didn't want to play. A lot of them didn't want to play on a Sunday. They wanted to have the Sunday off because a lot of them worked. So we put a team together, and we ended up winning the comp without training. So he said training's a myth. You don't have to train to win a comp.
Were you a good trainer like throughout your career?
At the start, I wasn't. I was always in the fat squad. I was always at the back because I was pretty hopeless. But as I got older, then I thought I better start. I started waking up to myself and knowing I had to train. But I wish I was better. My biggest problem, I didn't stretch as well because my motto was a horse don't stretch. So why do I have to stretch? A horse runs the Melbourne Cup. I didn't see a horse stretch. And that was my motto. But now that I've retired, I wish I stretched. I'm so unflexible. I can't do anything. But yeah, I wish I stretched more when I played.
What when you see your boys coming up and your daughter coming through their systems now? What do you have like an opinion of like the sort of training they do now?
No, well, they all sort of know what they're doing because they get they're all professionals. And I've never had to push any of my kids for training because they always seen me training. And when I got kicked out of footy, I was boxing, so I was still training then. And they just followed it. And then we all started training. He started because he wanted to play first grade. He played first grade, and everyone just wanted to follow. And now they train together. And it's good when we're all together in the off season. Everyone can see, and we invite everyone to come and train with us. And a lot of the kids in Manly do. A lot of the Islander kids come and train with us, and it's so good. Seeing you giving back to them. We don't charge anyone. And as I say, we got the runs on the board. There's like my 5 kids plus me. There's 6 of us have played NRL. And when these kids ask, "Oh, we can come. How much it costs?" For free. When we're training, you can come and train. Just they'd be hello.
Because I seen that one where you guys were doing. It looks like you guys were sprinting like shuttles and that.
Yeah, shuttle runs.
Shuttle runs. I was like, wow, watching them, eh?
But then I think it was just a couple of weeks ago. I seen, or maybe last week, I seen
Boxing?
2 of your boys going at it too in the backyard.
We'll teach them how to fight and that. But when the headgears came off, and my daughter thought I was going to stop it. And I did stop it, but just to put the headgear back on. Keep going, you're safe now. But I like to teach all my kids how to fight. I do a lot of jiu-jitsu as well.
That shit's hard, eh?
Yeah, but it's so good, eh? You just choke people out without even punching them or slapping them. You can't get in trouble. You just put someone to sleep. But it's so good. I do that 5 or 6 times, 5 or 6 days a week. Jiu-jitsu is so good.
Yeah, fucking watch out, Shane. You fat bastard.
You're gonna be in a lock and he's
Old mate thought he was choking trying to tie his shoelaces. You fucking hell.
Right, not random question, but you were born in Tonga, eh?
Yeah.
So when you hear all this talk about like now eligibility rules of origin and that, as someone that was born in Tonga but then played for New South Wales and Australia and Tonga, well, what's your stance on?
A lot of these people don't know because these kids, like To'o, Cried, and they're all brought up here. They're born and brought up here. So, yes, they want to play for the state they grew up with. And then they're saying, but they shouldn't play for Australia. They should play for Australia because they don't play Origin. But a lot of these people are talking because they've got no heritage.
Yeah, true.
They've got no parents that come from the islands or come from somewhere else. And you, as a kid, you're growing up with a heritage, you want to represent your parents. But you grew up here in New South Wales. When I grew up here, all I wanted to do was play for New South Wales. But then when you get older, like I played for Australia, but when I told my parents that I made Australia, they were happy. When I told them I'm playing for Tonga, they started crying.
It's a different.
It's different.
Yeah,
and these guys, like Gordon Tellers and Gallen, they'll say, no, that's wrong, you shouldn't do it. They don't know. They don't know because they got no heritage, they got no parents. They come from somewhere else. You as a kid want to support your parents and play for them. These guys don't know. They've never been there.
And it's like I always liken it to this. It's like when we play for Australia or like New Zealand, we're Kiwi, we're Aussie. But when we're in the news for something bad, Polynesian.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's always like harken back to that we sort of have to like fit in to their culture. But when you go home, you don't have to fit in. You just do. You know what I mean? So
But they cry about us wanting to represent our cultures. They didn't cry when all these guys started with Samoa and Tonga. They first started playing for Tonga and Samoa. They didn't say anything when they took them of us to play for Australia or New Zealand. But now that the boys want to go back, hey, no, you can't do that. It's wrong. But why is it right for them to take it off us? But then when we want to go back, no, it's wrong now. You can't do that.
Yeah.
They're just forever like moving the goalposts.
Yeah, there's always moving the goalposts. And the international game is so much better now.
Yeah.
And, I've said in another podcast, I've been trying to help Frank Pritchard for years, trying to tell the Samoan boys to go back and play for Samoa. Because, us as Tonga, we're getting all the big games, but we still got no say. The Australians still dominate everything. But if Samoa is good, we're good, and we're two of the powerhouses, then
They have to listen.
We got more say.
Yeah.
And this year, we got money from the NRL. First time we ever got a bit of money from the NRL. People say, no, they need us. They need us. They need you guys. And Samoa got a bit of money as well because they need you in the game to make the international game, especially these specific championships. How good is it? Everyone's sick of just watching New Zealand, Australia, and England.
Yeah, hard.
And everyone's getting into it. All the pollies are back in their teams, but it just makes the international game so much better to watch because you don't know because all the teams are good. And I hopefully all the Samoan boys go back.
That's what I was saying the other day. I was like, it sucks that like all the Samoan boys there, like as a team, maybe I don't think we've like fully gotten over that hump of like everyone go back to play for Samoa. Like we've seen like the things that Tamalolo and Taukeiaho and all them boys done. He's beat Australia, Fifita, like all those boys. But Samoa, like recently we made the World Cup final, but now it was got like we're still waiting on news from Tino, we're still waiting on news from fucking Hammer. Whereas the Tongan boys, they just said no, it's not even a question. I'm going back to Tonga.
Yeah,
that's that. And I wish that we had that.
And Kaufusi, he was with us, but then he grew up here in Australia, and he wanted to play for Australia. That was one of his goals. So he came to us first, and then he said to us that I've always wanted to represent Australia. We're not going to stop you from doing that. We told him, go. He goes, well, I'm coming back. I just wanted to go do what I wanted to do as a kid and as a
just tick the box,
Tick the box. And he went and played for a couple of years, and then he's come back. But I really hope all the Samoan boys will do the same. I don't think Tino's going to come back because I got told that he wants to captain Queensland. And you can't begrudge him for that because he grew up here. And
he's a half caste, right?
Yeah, and he wants to tick that box. But he played for Samoa first.
Yeah.
And I think he wants to tick that box as being captain for Queensland. Because if he goes to Samoa, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
So I can't begrudge him for that. That's one of the goals he wanted as a kid. And you got to let them fulfill their dreams.
And that's the other thing, man. Bro, when you, like... Do you know how everybody reckons they get a say on where you go and what you do? Like fucking show some loyalty to the team that gave you your first chance. I go, bro, you weren't the one up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. running the streets or, doing all the training and all of this shit. But all of a sudden now everyone's just jumping on your head, like trying to make out like they get to decide what happens with your career.
Yeah, 100%. But even like the Soccer World Cup, everyone plays in different countries, different competitions. But when it's World Cup,
they all go home.
Everyone goes back home. That's what they should do here.
With no scrutiny either, eh?
No scrutiny, but here they go, they should play for Australia. You're playing in Australian comp. So what?
Yeah.
They bring you because you're good enough to play in this comp.
Yeah.
This comp's the best of the best.
Yeah, you're in this comp because they want you to play in this comp because you're good enough to play in it. But then you go play for another country. You can't do that because you're playing in our comp. So what? You want us to play in your comp. It makes your comp better for us being in it.
Do you reckon that happens? So they're like, if Tino went back to Samoa, they'd be like, yeah, he's not getting Queensland captain.
Yeah, well, I think he will. And I think that's why he wants to stay and play for Australia.
That's fucking bullshit, eh?
Because I think that they won't give him the captaincy if he chooses
to play for Samoa.
Samoa.
That's what I mean. Yeah, and you wouldn't even expect it if you were him.
Yeah.
You're a good person to ask. So Origin back in the day, was that, how they say anyone that when you went to play Origin, that was to get selected for Australia?
Yeah.
So that's how it was back then?
It was back then.
Okay.
But now the goalpost moved a bit because all these Polynesians are playing so good and they want them in their teams. But back then it was a criteria to pick the Australian team.
Oh, okay.
And as I said, when I played, that's what you want to do. I wanted to play for Australia because the money was too good. When I first played for Tonga, we went to Fiji for the Pacific Cup. We ended up winning, but we were on corned beef and noodles for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what we were eating. And our water bottles, we had to have our own water bottle, and that's what we were filling up every day. So you drink your water, you always had to hold on to your water bottle. Like these days, these kids get everything. Like
you're walking off the field and there's a hydraulic ice block.
Yeah, there's everything.
Cup of Gatorade.
Doc, so I've been to their camps where I had to go cut their hair. Bro, just stacked of Gatorades and Powerades everywhere, like everything.
And guys like sip a bottle of water and then chuck it because they got so much. But when I was playing, we had to hold on to our bottle and we had to go to the tap and fill our bottle. And that's our bottle that we had to drink when we were training. These kids don't know how good it is.
Is that my bottle? Get my fucking bottle back.
Oh, do you reckon that's why? I've always wondered this. Is that why they move Pacific Test to the end of the year so it stops them from choosing to play for their country? Like, remember when they were still playing mid-season Pacific Test was around Origin time. And I remember they asked Bangai Jr. and he said he wanted to play for Tonga. Like when he was, like they were going to pick him for New South Wales. Do you reckon that's the reason why Pacific Test got moved to the end of the season? So there was no way that these guys could ever like
turn
down
Origin.
Yeah,
Origin?
That's what I got told too.
Yeah?
So they can pick the best of the best at that time.
Yeah. Because it doesn't.
It was true. Because Origin, we played the same, always a mid-year test with us. It was during Origin time.
Yeah. Because there was the mid-year test, the girls one, and then the Origin, you know what I mean? And there was nothing at the end of the year.
Nothing.
And because Australia and New Zealand used to play that Anzac
test.
Yeah.
But we were always in mid-year like Tonga, Samoa, which was great.
Yeah.
But then, I think that's why they moved us, guys, because to the NRL,
Could be available.
NRL, the Origin is
that's the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Like
They say it's not. They say the international is but Origin is
They say it is.
Yeah.
They say it is. And Australia is meant to be held higher than Origin. But when I was coming up, I'd play Origin over Australia any day. And that's how we all looked at it. Origin was a pinnacle. Then if you're good enough, you play for Australia. And that's massive, but playing Origin was bigger than making Australia for me anyway.
Hey, what happened with the MMT stuff and not being able to use? Was it MMT? And then you guys had to go to Tonga Invitational.
Yeah, the Kautoas, because they someone patented the board at the time, because we were arguing with the board, and they tried to sack Christian Wolf, and then all the players. Then they try to go under Christian Wolf and try and get the players, and all the players said, "No, we're not playing. We're not playing for yous. We want to play only with Christian Wolf as the coach." So then they had, because they had the name of MMT, we couldn't use that. We had to get another board to play under them, which was the Tonga 13 or Kautoas, and then that board was in New Zealand, and we played under them just to get the test going. That's when we beat Australia.
Yeah.
And Great Britain that series. But yeah, that's what happened. And we were lucky because all the boys stuck together. These guys fought by sacking Christian Wolf that they could. The reason why they did that because in 2017 we made the semi, so we got 125 grand. The team, and we asked the players, "Do you want split the money evenly between staff and players, or what do you want to do with the money?" And everyone said, "No, we don't want the money. Leave the money in there for future camps and for the kids coming through so they can have professional camps." And then the board at the time, we had like 30, 40K go missing. And we asked them, "Where's all this money gone?" And they said, "Oh, we give it to this charity, give it this." And we asked these people they said they gave it the money to.
Didn't get it.
They didn't get it. They gave them nothing. They just lied. So we don't know where that money went. And that's how all this drama started. And all the boys, and then they tried to sack Christian Wolf because Christian Wolf was so good with the money. So whenever we went into camp, he told us what we had in the account, us and the players, and he'll say, "This is what we're using for this camp, and this is what we're using here," and the rest goes in the account. But the board wanted to get rid of Christian Wolf and bring a new coach in, because the new coach is not going to ask about the money, or he's going to worry about his coaching. And so that they were going to do whatever they wanted to do with the money. And
So they just thought Christian Wolf knew too much.
yeah, and they thought to just if we get rid of him, we can have all the money. Because we were getting big and we were getting a lot of sponsorships in, they wanted to control all the money. And we were just lucky all the boys were stuck together and said, no, we're not playing unless Christian Wolf plays. Unless Christian Wolf coaches, sorry.
So how did they get the MMT back? Well, was it like the ball was now in your guys' court because he's just come off beating Australia and Great Britain?
Yeah, but we still had the board was still there, so we had to start a new board. And then now they got a brand new board. They got rid of these guys. They sacked them, so they're barred, and a brand new board has come in, and that's why we got the name in it back.
Oh, so that first board, were they in Tonga?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But when they first come in, they were on the interim board. They were meant to come in and fix what the last board, was stuffing up. But they came in and weren't worried about fixing up what the board did. They were worried about the money that we were generating because they were worried about that. And that's how all this happened.
That's how the first lot, that's how they were fucking up. They were seeing the money. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Tuila Epa?
Is it the Manu?
The Manu Samoa guy, yeah. He was our Prime Minister. He was the archery guy, went to the Olympics, took himself to the Olympics. Manu Samoa, the head of rugby union.
He's like boys auntie. He's got all the jobs.
Yeah, he owned the bus company. He's the real, what's his name? Jizz's content. That's
I'm
crazy.
the owner.
I'm the owner.
So that would lead into. So does that mean Wolf is coaching this year?
Yeah, he's coaching this year. We all thought that last year would be his last year after the final against Australia, but he wants to go again this year. So, and we want him there. The players love Christian as a coach and as a person because he knows our culture, and that's why everyone loves him because it's culture first before the team, and he does not stop all the culture stuff. And I know a lot of when Matt Parrish was with Samoa, a lot of boys hated him because he tried to stop the culture side of things with Samoa. And what these guys forget, they came into your culture. We didn't go into theirs. They came into ours. And these guys are professionals, so yeah, you have your culture, but everyone knows when it's time to train, when it's time to switch on. But you can't stop the culture stuff. You can't stop our prayers. This is stuff we grew up in. We grew up with, So there'll be times that we have a meeting in the morning, and then sometimes we forget we get up to go, and Christian will go, "Hey boys, your prayers," and then we'll sit back down and do our prayer before we leave. And it's just stuff like that. And if you ever left Christian, we'd want one of the assistants to take over. I don't think we want a big name coach. We want someone that knows
The culture,
the culture and what we're like.
And who came up with it? Like, that's what I was saying. We were talking off air before. I was thinking Christian and his, the guys under him have seen
Yeah.
Tonga come up. So it's not like
And these assistants have been there since 2019 when we beat Australia. So they know everything. So if he goes, it's a new man, but he still knows that they everything that we do. We won't. A new coach won't have to explain to them why would you do this and why would you do that.
yeah.
Okay,
It'd just be like a bench player, right?
yeah.
You know your job. You know
job,
you know what
you
what
just-
to
you
be
just
done. You
take
just
it
come
over.
on. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
come on the field and take over.
We won't have to explain all the things. Christian Wolf's been involved since 2013, and he loves it. And us as players and staff, we love him as a person and as a coach. He's been nothing but good for us as a team.
When they step away from coaching international, is that just purely for like they're just too busy? Like, say he's been elevated to head coach now for the Dolphins. Is it just so he can get a bit more time back for himself in the off season?
Yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be too hard for him, But he said in an interview earlier, he goes he wants to do it. It's only like 3 weeks, and 3 weeks not that much time. But a lot of these coaches, because they're full on all year, when the season's finished, they want a break too.
Yeah.
So I think he will get to that stage where he'll just want to, when footy season's finished with his club, he wants to have a little break and be with his family and not have to worry about like us, because he'll finish and he'll come straight into us, and they'll go to the mid-November, and by the time he comes back, it's the start of the preseason again. So you have no real time off. So
and he's the coach,
and he's the head coach. Yeah. So I think he will end up, releasing that job. But when it does happen, we want someone that's been part of our crew.
What was that like being?
That might be you, Docs.
I like my role, doing nothing, being part of the crew, and getting to go away. And wife leaving me alone for a couple of weeks. But yeah, I like my role and just give input when I can. I don't know if they take it on board, but I like my role. But someone that's professional that wants to do the job, or we want someone that's been there that knows what we're like.
Yeah, that's me. No, man, what was it actually like in camp when you guys? I mean, being so close to it when you guys beat Australia, New Zealand.
Well,
Because we just see it from the outside, and then I can imagine how like ecstatic you guys are to actually be the ones.
Yeah, well, when we beat Australia, it was better than, it was the same feelings when when I won the grand final. All the boys have won grand finals. You think that's the best feeling ever, because you're with these guys 24/7. You're with them all year. You win the comp. It's nothing better. But then when we beat Australia and New Zealand, it was like the first time we beat them. It was like winning the comp. We were on a high for so long, just knowing that we were part of that first ever team, Tongan team anyway, to beat Australia and New Zealand.
I can only imagine, because like even as fans, everyone remembers where they were when that happened.
Yeah.
Like Tongans or like in Samoans when like Critter kicked that goal. It's just going to be one of those moments that
makes you remember forever.
Forever, yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's crazy. You guys excited for the Pacific?
Yes. We're confident we're going to have a good team, to go close to winning it. We're confident of winning it, but in saying that, Samoa and New Zealand are going to have great squads too. So it'll be whoever turns up on the day.
Can you gonna leak a bit of a team? Who's our halves?
Well, the 7.
Yeah,
There
well,
has to
7's,
be
yeah.
a lock, right? There's got to be a lock in katoa.
Well, I call in. I'd pick my 6 and 7 will be Latu and Katoa. Latu, Fainu, and Katoa.
Yeah.
That'll be my 6 and 7. But Wolfie might think differently. I think Iongi's playing good enough at fullback, but then there's Lehigh. Does he go with Lehigh because Lehigh was there last year? So what he's thinking is could be different because Lehigh can play wing as well. But then you got Daniel Tupou, who's 30, but he's still playing great, and he has to be in your team. And then you got Sionigardor from Cronulla, who was one of our best players last year in the championships.
Yeah.
So he's got to be in there somewhere as well. So what he's got to pick, I don't know what he's thinking. Then you got Toya, he played for Queensland, who has to be there.
Stags.
Stags, he's still on the
Half and half
because he doesn't know wants to pick Australia, and that's a goal of his always wanted. He told us the first time he played for Tonga that he would love to represent Australia. So he still doesn't know. He's still on the fence. But then you got Gola. He's killing it this year. So
See, Gola's like my. He has to be their guy.
Yeah, if it was me, and he was out of them three, I'll be picking Stags and Gola. That's me. Or no, actually, yeah, I'd pick all three of them, but I'll probably push Gola to the wing because he can play that. But then he can swap in with Toya.
That's so cool though, eh? That we have like just to see how far we've come from back in the day. Like we have too much talent to pick from. You know what I mean?
That's
like
a good ass problem.
Yeah, like
you know, I remember you used to look at the team and be like, Running goes, oh, like
Cup
you know,
player.
you know, Manly, you know, Brisbane Broncos, Wenty.
Yeah,
Team is fucking Wenty.
Yeah. And now like. Now we have like
and there's a good
We've got
problem
the
to have.
pick, eh?
And you know, before we had to wait, like 2008 up to 2000, even up to 2017, we had to wait. So Australia and New Zealand pick their teams, and whoever doesn't get picked, then we go, okay, you come to us. We had to wait, but now we told the boys, we're picking your team. You got to tell us early. Don't wait till you not get picked and come back. I want to play now because it's too late. We don't have to wait anymore.
Right. And that's how it should be, right?
Yeah,
100%.
That's how it should be, man.
Well, that was the big thing about like Siua and Tamalolo and Fifita, right? Is that they were Tonga first, and their peak of powers. Like they come out and said, no,
2017, the World Cup, we had our squad because we didn't pick these guys because they were all going to be playing for Tonga and Australia.
Yeah,
and then they came to us and said, no, we're playing for you guys. So we had to, luckily we announced it, we had to change our whole squad. Put all these guys. There was Siwa, there was Manumau, there was Tamalolo, Fifita. Who was it?
Tupou?
Daniel Tupou.
Kaufusi?
No, Kaufusi wasn't part of it.
He played for Australia.
Oh, that's when he played for Australia.
But there was 6 or 7 guys that were playing for Australia and New Zealand.
They went back.
No, we were playing for us and just changed everything. It was so good, and just going to New Zealand, like our crowds are good here. And like the Pacific Cup Championship crowd was great, but until you play in New Zealand in front of our Tongan crowd there,
it's fucking crazy. Eh?
That's why I was like, bro, I was hoping the Tonga Samoa game was going to be in New Zealand.
That's what I was hoping too.
Yeah,
I was hoping too.
because on both sides,
you
know, not just Tonga side, but Samoa side as well.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be there too because it's crazy. Like in 2017 when we played in Hamilton, that was a massive crowd, and it was Tonga. We played Samoa in Hamilton.
Oh yeah,
and that was massive. And I was hoping it was going to be this year, but even then, if it wasn't going to be in New Zealand, I was hoping it was going to be here in Sydney.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
Because
like
they had
the
to
NRL,
play here, right?
I wonder if the New South Wales government is just like Tonga for Samoa. No, send it up Queensland. Send it out to Queensland, bro. We don't have enough police to look after
but
them.
you think about it, bro. At the gate alone, they just make money like that.
Yeah.
So they knew what they were doing when they decided, let's send Australia over to England and keep the Pacific teams here. You know?
Wait, is that the reason why the second game of the Pacific final was played second? Because were they expecting Tonga to play in that game?
Yeah.
And like hold the crowd will still be there.
That's the truth. They thought we were going to be playing Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
And so they played there, so the Tongan crowd would be there, and then they'll stay there for the final.
Yeah. because if they play Papua New Guinea first, we would have cleared out before that final
100%.
game, and it would look bad if it was Australia versus New Zealand and empty.
That's why it was like that.
Yeah,
Because
Bro, like we all went to the game.
Yeah.
That game, bro. As soon as Kiwis, it was Kiwis versus
Papua New
Papua
Guinea.
New Guinea, bro.
How empty was it?
bro. By the time kickoff was
was
on, bro, there was
embarrassing.
more
It was.
people outside.
Yeah.
It was just my in-laws really.
It was.
Yeah,
It was embarrassing.
Yeah,
Because I came out to get Christian Wolf's mum in. I looked around. These guys are going, there's no one there.
yeah.
It's empty.
And then like it looked like just at the stadium looked empty as like we just waited for a little bit for the Kiwis game just to let the crowd like go out. It's just instead of trying to get in your car and go in the rush. But by the time we left, it looked so dumb. Like it looked
Right.
empty as.
Even on TV, it was just shit.
That was going to be my next point. And then on TV, it looked even worse.
Yeah. Well, that's why they did that. Because they thought that it was going to be us.
Yeah,
They
second
bring
eight.
the crowd in early, because the Tonga crowd would get there early anyway to support the other teams.
Yeah,
And then they'll stay there for our game. But
eat shit, NRL.
Yeah, but like that's not even the first time they're like openly doing this shit. Like you look back at the World Cup, they've paid for Samoa's fares.
Yeah.
3 finals in a row apparently.
Yeah,
You know what I
well,
mean?
they
Like
did.
quarterfinals, nah. Samoa can go home after this. Oh, semi-finals, nah. England got them for sure.
yeah,
Oh,
well,
shit.
that's what they did.
Yeah,
They
like,
paid,
you know?
and they had to change it all the time because they paid for Samoa thinking they were going to get knocked out, and Samoa didn't.
Yeah.
It just ruined. They lost a lot of money.
You know, sucked in.
Because even like the where they stay, like accommodation and all that too, like it's all they just pre-book thinking, oh yeah, Australia's here,
Yeah.
England's gonna be here, New Zealand's gonna be here, or whatever.
Well, I
That's what I
remember Junior Polo was saying that their accommodation, where they were at, because they were meant to go home after England, they got England's accommodation, and so they had rocked up and checked in the day that England had to check out, and so they crossed paths again. They said it was awkward. As like, fuck you aren't even meant to be here.
But they
but
were
it's
staying
not
there the whole time. They were
Yeah,
staying at that.
They
like,
stayed at the hotel. It was nice.
England were that like they had a golf course and all that.
Yeah, well, them in Australia, their hotels were amazing.
Is that who's that paid by?
Well, the NRL paid for Australia. I think they paid for. I don't know if they paid for England too, but the stuff that Australia got was crazy.
And all first class tickets over in like business
Everything,
class,
everything.
Even the girls' team go first class. We seen them at the airport flying
but
back.
I remember the Origin back in 2013 or 14. Tonga and Samoa were playing, and the Origin girls were getting paid $5,000 a game, and Tonga and New Zealand were on $30 a day. $30 a day while
Tonga and
being away-
Samoa?
Tonga and Samoa
Yeah.
while we were away from home. It was like their allowance.
Sounds like
Allowance, say like
Allowance.
well, like you're 11 years old.
Yeah,
sounds like a phone plan.
like they aren't all professional athletes. They getting paid by a
yeah.
club.
And so the girls who were just started playing Origin, they were getting $5,000, and these are all first graders playing for Tonga and Samoa on $30 allowance.
Because that was another thing why players wouldn't play for Samoa and Tonga, because they would end up losing money.
Yeah, the money was just
Like everything
Not
you
worth
pay
it.
out of it.
when I play for when I come up, and I was always going to choose Australia because the money was just massive. It was
Yeah.
like playing for Tonga, I was on corned beef and noodles for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then you like anything else, you're paying out of your own pocket.
Yeah, you're paying out of pocket. And as I said, the $30. So when I first started getting involved with Tonga, I was getting all my gangster mates to give me money so I can pay the boys, so I can just give them something. You know, as long as they have something, it wasn't much, but as long as they got something. And at least the gangsters were using their money for something good. That's what I was doing.
But that's the cool thing about what Tamalolo done, is that they knew
The
probably,
ripple effect of
but,
what
but they knew
everything.
they probably weren't going to get much
Yeah,
in
they
return
knew that.
playing for Tonga. But
Well, they knew that.
there was way more. It meant way more for them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whereas
Especially Jace, he was at his peak. That's
Yeah.
They were at their peak.
I think Tamalolo had I think it was just after that maybe he signed
think
there
he's-
10 years, or
Because
maybe
he
just
just
before
come
it.
off a grand final that year
Yeah,
against Melbourne.
but yeah, he was at his peak and chose to walk away, and that's massive money for him.
And that was
to
such a
walk away
big thing
from.
in New Zealand. Like there was like
Oh
that
man,
was such a big.
remember
like,
that?
Yeah, but they were carrying on.
Yeah, they carried on hard.
Oh,
There's a
Keane,
disrespect to the jersey, but
Yeah.
B.
and I was selling that that campaign. They said, how can you be disrespecting? What about our jersey when he took him off us? He played for us first.
Yeah.
So where's the disrespect for our jersey? There's none then. But there is when he walked away from you guys. But that was massive for the international game for these guys doing it. Now the ripple effect, that Samoan boys are starting to choose to play for Samoa, which is great.
Bro, can I just say, I'm so glad that the World Cup's going to be here in New Zealand, eh?
Oh no,
bro. Did you like England?
England was elo.
Shit, bro.
Like
Straight
the
up.
crowds were. It was like we had a few Tongan crowds that follow us area, but nothing compared to the crowds here in New Zealand. It's so much that the international games will make so much more money being played here.
Yeah.
England was good as a trip away, you're away from Australia, but for the games, it's so much better being held here.
Spencer Lineal here mentioned something about having like a state of origin, but for Samoa and Tonga.
Oh yeah, like a three gamer.
Yeah, fuck, that would be dope, eh?
Oh, that'd be great. But it'd be great if they're thinking about generating money. They will generate a lot of money, even if it's play here or New Zealand. We could go to both and still sell out the stadium.
Do you reckon they wouldn't because it would interfere with Origin?
Yeah, or if they
Where are they going to put it, eh? Because you got Origin in the middle of the year, you got Pacific
Championships
at the end of the year.
But if they had just like maybe one in the start of the year, one in the middle of the year, one end of the year. But like how was that? Like
they'll probably keep the Origin as it is and maybe play us at the end of the year.
Yeah.
They're still making money because people will still at the end of the year because everyone's still going to come and support the teams.
Yeah, honestly, like just the gate alone would generate so much
100%.
money.
Look at last year the final. We're playing in Australia.
Yeah.
And it was red everywhere.
Do you guys get any of the gate money?
No.
So that's something that needs to be like.
That's something that is because in New Zealand we're selling at the crowds. And it's all red.
Yeah.
But we get none of it.
Does the RLPA have anything to do with that, or are they just strictly NRL players?
They do have some, but they're mainly NRL. They still have, because we're still NRL players.
Yeah.
But the NRL, the one that run the NRL, these guys work for the NRL.
Oh, yeah, true.
So whatever the NRL
All
says
roads lead back to the Kangaroos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like they need like a separate like entity to like, because when we bought our tickets this year, you could sit in the Tonga zone or the Samoa zone so maybe there needs to be something where like that gate money is getting kickbacks to Samoa and Tonga.
No, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because it's just our games, but at this stage, no. They're getting everything.
The NRL is.
NRL's getting everything. Because they're running it, they get everything. But without us, there will be no Pacific Championships, will there? And as I said, especially last year when we played in it, all the crowds were our crowds. Who comes to play in Australia? We're the first team to ever play in Australia and sell it all Tongans at the game.
Are you players like NRL players, are they allowed to play like a game in the off-season that's not sanctioned by the NRL?
They can, but we have to put it to the NRL. But then if it's not, but then we have to fund it all.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Like if Tonga or Samoa, anyone could get like some outside sponsors to come in and help put a game together, they would still be allowed to play. Yeah. Like, oh, okay, so
but you still have to ask.
Yeah,
Turkey,
okay, and they could still say
say no.
Yeah,
but then it has never got to that stage. So we've never been at that stage to ask that because they've sanctioned everything.
Like imagine that, just like Samoa versus Tonga up here at fucking Federation Forest.
No, but I mean like
all the food trucks, or Mama Sellers will be in the car park. Lil Run will be in the car park.
But you know what I mean? Like be mad to get to a point where we could do it without the NRL's backing, and all the money gets kicked back to Tonga, Samoa, and that can go back to grassroots or wherever wherever they see fit, instead of it going all to the NRL as a whole, and then
Well, I forget his name. Our major sponsor last year, he was a Samoan guy. He sponsored us and he sponsored Samoa.
Pacific
Cast.
Oh, yeah.
And he was trying to do that. He was trying to get a game with us back in America, and we fund our own stuff. But it was just finding it hard to get over NRL wanted to
just
control
want a piece.
everything. Yeah.
See, so like I wonder if the boys, like if I don't know, probably later down the line, but if got to a point where we had enough players that could stand together and be like, let us play, or just give us kickbacks of the gates,
Yeah. Well, hopefully get to there one stage.
It has to be both
But at the end of the day,
and Fiji. Like it has to be. It can't just be can't just be Tonga, because who are they going to play against otherwise? Because we're still we still got boys playing for the Kiwis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but it's just I just don't like that hold that NRL have.
I think they always will, because at the end of the day, everybody's signed to the NRL.
Yeah. He's under them.
Yeah, unless you
So, I mean,
get some guy
we
from
just-
Saudi Arabia.
just get Turkey Elastic, come for some money. But they already brought that bloody run it.
Hey, did they?
They had that run it tournament over there, the final.
What do you reckon about that,
Dubai.
Docs? You would have cleaned up at Run It.
I would have
They're
liked to do it. I probably would have got knocked out, but I would have liked to do it. I think it's good. I think it's good. And, it was a great concept. But the poor kid that passed away from it, but that was just an accident. And no one does these things for someone to pass away. I thought it was just it was bad, but it was just an accident.
Yeah.
I think it's a great concept.
Yeah, even the 1 minute scraps.
1 minute scraps is a cool way.
Have you seen those?
Yeah,
Bro, I'm like, where is one like a fighter gonna get 50 grand?
Like that.
100%.
In a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Like that Tongan bloke that won the first one in New Zealand, he was a boxer for, a few years. He fought on the Joseph Parker and the Tongan bloke was the tall one. Junior Fa.
Junior Fa.
He was on the undercard. Then he probably doesn't make much money still. What do you reckon? Like, I don't know. I don't want to put a figure on it, but he goes and wins that and gets 50 grand.
100%.
Bro, like
these boxers, I don't know what it's like. These guys have to work 8 hours and you come and try and train, and they're lucky to get $2,000 a fight. These poor blokes. Then you got Paul Gallen, who fought for like 3-4 years. He made more money in 3-4 years than he made in his whole career.
yeah, I remember seeing his earnings was just like something crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So,
Just being like, but he can sell a fight though.
yeah, but he had a name.
Yeah.
But I'm saying these poor boxers that come up here in New Zealand, Australia, they have to work 8 hours, then come and try and train, and then earn $2,000 a fight.
Yeah.
It's not until you make the big time where you're making some money.
And then go back to work on Monday.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And then that's still like you make big money on paper, but that's still before taxes. And you got to pay your coaches and like, all your fees and all that stuff.
Surely there'd be no tax on that 50 grand, eh?
Nah, bro, just 50K
Just a
cash.
Yeah.
It was cash.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking.
That's
really,
gone,
how
right?
good
Is
is that?
that Dan Hooker's one?
Yeah, but it's that Dr. Social that I think he backs it.
Is he the ref?
Nah, he's like
The ref
a.
fella. Oh.
He's like a. I don't know what he does. He does like pokies and all that. So he's always just looking for ways to give money, I guess.
Okay.
Who do you think the best of your kids?
Me coming up, I think Jamil, because he was like me, because he had a lot of grunt in him, and he had a lot of ball skills. Never just got in trouble with his own dream. But the way Lehi's going, I think he's going to end up being the best out of them. Will was good, but I think Lehi, the way he's going, I think he might be the best out of them.
And Lehi, I saw him play. Bro, I saw him playing Cup the week before he debuted,
Oh yeah.
and I thought, "Fuck, he's pretty skinny though." When they said he was debuting, I was like, "He's pretty skinny." And then he played NRL, and it was just like it didn't even matter.
Yeah.
And now he's just like, he could. There's talks he's gonna replace Turbo, So
But it's,
Bump off old mate the other week.
yeah, in the corner.
In the corner. He went flying.
Oh, they try,
Yeah, they try.
Yeah.
But even to get that ball down.
But he's always been skinny, and I think it's been his advantage because he's had to fight for his spot all the time, and he always had to fight the bigger kids. He's been skinny from young, and like he came up with a good team. Like we had the Fainu brothers. I coached them. They all playing in one team. So he was lucky. All 4 of them now playing first grade. So.
Yeah. Did you end up bashing Lehigh or no?
Oh no.
For content. For content.
Well, I had to let him know. Just because you're playing first grade, it's not going to stop your beating.
You guys need a show.
Yeah, hard.
Bro, hard. Imagine that, the Hopoates.
Keeping
up with the Hopoates.
Yeah, keep up the hoppers.
I wish we had one. It could be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, hard.
I need that.
Bro, someone tap in and get them a show. You know you'll make your money back.
Bro, 100%.
And some.
Do you have anything you want to share before we wrap up?
No, just thank you for having me and on your podcast. You know, I don't get to do this too much, and I really enjoyed it. You know, being a poly podcast, I actually love it.
Yeah, bro, you're welcome anytime.
You feel at home.
Yeah.
You relax. So when you're in the Balangi podcast, sometimes you got to try and talk about Balangi. It's shit.
Yeah.
That's not
It's
you.
not you, yeah.
It's not you. And you got to try and talk proper. But here you come in and you just feel at home.
Yeah.
You know, you relax straight away. You know, it's just like there's a show in New Zealand called the what was it? It was like a footy show. Now I've gone blank.
The Adam Blair one?
Yeah. What's the name? Anyway, so when you go on a footy show and that, you got to, as I said, because it's all predominantly white, you got to try and be a little bit proper. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, when in their show, the ditch.
The ditch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the ditch,
yeah.
yeah.
Ditch, and it was so laid back. You felt you're part of the crew. You know, you can be yourself, and this is what you guys have got here.
Yeah.
You feel like you're just part of the crew. And when I walked in here, I just felt comfortable. You know, I didn't have to try and be someone I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being myself, and you guys are just the same. You know, and you just feel part of it. Tonga and Samoans, we just feel
Chopping it up.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Just
don't have to try fit in. Like you
Don't
say,
have-
you don't have to
yeah,
try
fit
fit
in.
in. You just yeah.
You just feel it. You're part of the boys.
Yeah.
Just one thing before we wrap up. Do you remember? Have you ever heard from that reporter, or that you tried to trip? Do you guys remember that?
No.
This guy walked out of court and straight away, bro, he didn't even let him breathe. He just took a step out of courtroom doors and the fucking mic was in his phone and some lady's trying to ask him. And this guy just like fucking stuck his leg in front of her.
Nah. I haven't heard from her again. I haven't heard from the other one. They asked me where I was going with that tipper truck and they said, your mum's house. I haven't heard from her.
Your mum's house.
But yeah, you got to, that's how you stop them asking questions. You got to do is just say dumb things and it stops their questions.
Or like the guy, was it last week?
Yeah,
Somebody picked up the microphone and chucked it in the
That's my next goal. Next time we get in trouble, I'm chucking all the microphones.
Well, hopefully there is no next time, mate.
Well, in my case, there will be a next time. So next time, if you're watching, I'm chucking all your microphones.
Dogs, is there anything you want to say to the kids, and not only the kids, but the parents? They all think they're NRL stars are going to send their kids to the NRL in under 10s. You got anything you want to say to these guys?
You just got to let your kids be. But, you know, I was a bit hard on my kids. But I didn't harp too much. Tell them, you should do this, you should do that. I just tell them what they should do. And if they're on the field, I was a little bit hard off the field. But, yeah, I let them just run their own race. And some parents try and, because they weren't that person, they want their kids to be that person they wanted to be on, which I never did that. I never really had to push my kids. But if I come watch you, don't waste my time. That's my only problem. Don't waste my time. But just, I never harped and tell them, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this to be a first grader. They just did it themselves because they wanted to do it. And I think it helped as well because I played first grade and the older siblings played and the younger ones just want to follow. But I was never really hard. So let them run their own race, support them. That's the most important part, support. Because I've seen some great kids who are great players but just never had their support. You know, the parents, they were great players, but their parents never took them anywhere. So, yeah, just support your kids, push them, but don't I didn't push my kids hard, but I smacked them if they were wasting the time. It's
It's a different thing.
Just don't waste my time, but I get in, every morning, every night. Hey, you got to do this to be first grader. I just left them alone. But if I was going to the game, I'd tell them what I wanted them to do. If they didn't do it, they got bashed. But that's a bit different. But yeah,
Good on you, Doco. Congratulations, bro. You fucking 5 kids and
The NRL factory.
Yeah, bro.
In our factory, yeah.
You know, in America they have that stat for the NFL. If you're Samoan or Tongan, you're like a likelihood of like 80% of making the NFL or whatever. So like now the NRL one was going to be right. One day it'll be if your last name is Hopoate,
Yo,
you have 90% chance of playing NRLW.
I'm telling you, if our kids went to America, because I went there because my sister's boys were playing the college, and I was watching the kids train, and if them kids come here, they'll be like 3rd division, 4th division players.
Oh, yeah.
But if our kids went over there and just got taught, look at what's the Samoan kid's name?
Mailata.
Mailata, look at him. He grew up playing rugby league, went over there, and because
Now he's a
he
multi-million.
was a multi.
Because you know,
oh man, I was gonna get $2,000 a game, mate. A season, eh?
That's what I mean. If only they knew that fucking.
no, it's because you know what they do. Like because of their positions, they're like put in a box. So they're like, oh, he's agile and he can move, but we're only going to teach him to move this way, specific to position. Whereas here,
Yeah,
you know,
move
you just
everywhere.
play
Yeah,
when
you're
you're playing
roaming,
when you're playing in the schoolyard, you learn everything.
Everything, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you see steps like Benji doing a step, then you get like a 6'5" dude doing
Trying to
do, you know, but you know what I mean. But
Right.
you sort of learn like what you can and can't do.
I was a front rower that goal kicked before training. I practiced everything except what I was meant to.
That's like that in my club. I used to see the the A grade side before training. Like, because we'll finish training, we're about to leave, and then these guys are like, bro, old mate sitting on the sideline smoking a cigarette. They're all practicing goal kicking game, but then you go see the game, they get dusted 60-0.
Practice all those kicks, but you don't get to kick any.
Well, there's levels. That's why we're here on the podcast talking shit.
No, we just want to say thanks to the doctor.
Thank you so much.
boys. As I
Thank
said,
you.
loved it on the show because I felt comfortable. I was one of the boys, and so I should be.
Well, you're welcome anytime.
Feel free to come down during the, Pacific.
Yeah, we'll get you back on around the Pacific Cup time.
Yeah, well, when we make the final,
Yeah.
we played here, so yeah, maybe we'll definitely if we here we'll be up to Rayleigh and really Hill.
Oh, easy then.
Yeah, I'll definitely come back.
Beautiful.
Mad.
Beautiful.
Everyone go show some love to the doctor. And
And I'm here to give some free prostate checks, boys. He's all at that age. He needs a checkup.
Nah, that's why I was late though, because I just came from mine.
I think Lou's prime.
I'll give you a first and second opinions. And all you boys look like you need a check. That's the type of bloke I am. I'm here to save lives. Before I go, I'm saving all your lives.
Not all superheroes wear capes. He wears a shirt with a finger on it like this.
Your merch for sale?
No, people hit me up all the time about selling my merch, but my mate just makes them up for me.
Oh, okay. I was about to plug you real quick, but
All right, thanks, John. Thanks, Doctor, and we'll see you guys next episode.
Thank you, guys.
Wow.
Love.
Thank you, boys.